Hi everyone, welcome to Teach Connect. Teach Connect is back with an expert into mathematics, Mrs. Anagha Muttangi. As an educator with an experience over 2 decades, she has gone through multiple methods of teaching where learning was made quite easier for children. So let's get back to her and know more about her success and methods of teaching. Hello, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning. So how do you do?
I'm very much fine, ma'am.
Happy to connect with you today,
I'm so delighted to get this Zoom meeting with you because I just wanted to share my experience. What I have come across is simply writing the lesson plan and simply projecting it, like a lesson plan and then going through it. It may happen that you will come across so many children in the class wherein you have to come out of your lesson plan and teach. So depending upon the child, we have to go on changing our lesson plan. Because you may come across a different level of children who has different types of problems, or you can see efficiency also. So you will have the combination of the class.
Handle that children, because you'll be having multiple abilities of children in the classroom.
Yes.
So what kind of strategies?
Yeah. So the most important, I think so, this is known by everyone. So depending upon the topic, because we are having different kinds of topics, we cannot involve. There are 8 kinds of intelligence, ma'am, based on which we can make our lesson plans. So these 8 lesson plans, these 8 intelligence of the children, depending upon our lesson and the topic, we can bring out the intelligence of the child into the scene. For example, if I have, I am having the topic known as integers. Okay. Now, generally, we will stick to the idea that integers have to be taught very seriously on the board, showing the number line, or take them to the ground, show them the steps, and make them understand the zero and above and below, showing them positive and negative. Okay. But then suppose I'm in the class, I'm not able to take the child. And if I know that almost all the children are good at singing nowadays.
Yes.
Okay. So let us make them understand whether the child is in the small class or big class. But if you sing something to the child will surely understand things. This is my experience, ma'am. I used to explain them the basic rules of maths. Like, for example, the rule is same sign add and different sign subtract. So I used to tell them, I used to sing out, same sign, add the numbers, put the same sign, different sign, subtract the smaller number from the greater number, and put the sign of the greater number. So the moment you sing, you can see the surprising faces. Oh my God, my maths teacher is singing.
Yes.
How come it is happening? And the moment I will say them, you all can sing, I couldn't see the blast in the class. And the moment I used to enter the class, you can see, I told them, okay, you all love singing very much. So the moment I enter the class in the morning, let us recollect what we have learned in integers. So whenever I did this, ma'am, they used to enjoy doing it.
Enjoying by learning.
Yes. And they used to apply, especially when it comes to 6th and 7th class. They enjoy this. I know when they come to 10th class, little bit, they will, okay,
we should
not do that. Yeah. So when it comes to 6th and 7th class, they do that and enjoy doing it.
Okay.
So depending upon the class, we can change our methods, and we should see that what all kind of intelligence we can bring out in the children.
Yes. So now the concepts which you have told right now also make the learning easier when the child, the children who feels like mathematics is like a dragon, they also feel comfortable, I think, right, by these methods, by these methodologies of teaching and all. everybody will be feeling comfortable. The thing is like only they
We
have
have to
to
make them
change.
comfortable. Yes.
Yeah, the only thing is like they have to change according to their ages. Methodologies should be changed according to
Yes.
their ages.
According to the level of the class. You will come to know about it when you take 2-3 classes. What is the level of the class? Accordingly, we can plan our class.
So how
Apart
can we
from
relate
that,
this one?
the third question.
Yeah, how can we relate this mathematics? Like the how do you how can we tell the children to relate the math to the everyday of life? Generally, we have to tell like, okay, learning is not the thing, implementing is the thing, right? So how we will
Yes.
tell the children to connect with their daily life? How will?
Yeah. For example, ma'am, if I'm also connecting to the third question, ma'am, so that you will understand how we will connect it to the daily life. For
Okay.
example, if I am talking and explaining them about perimeter,
Okay.
perimeter. So we all are grown up children and we are going to the class. We are grown up. We have done our PhD, MSc and all. We will go and we will directly say to the students, what is perimeter? Now for them, this is dragon only.
Yes.
Okay. This is dragon.
Obviously.
Directly you are going and saying perimeter. What do they understand? What will they understand area?
Hmm.
They won't understand. So you need to draw 4 to 5 to 6 figures, one
Okay.
circle, one square, one rectangle. Now you will write its measurement, take a ruler, measure all the lengths. You will show, or you can thread the thread because it is a circle. You will take a thread, you will make a round of it, and then you will put it on the ruler, and you will say this is the length of the circle, circumference of the
Okay.
circle.
Okay.
Then also you will show the rectangle on the square. Now before going to perimeter, you will just draw this figure, you will measure, and you will just show that the total length of all the sides of this closed figure is this much. Children, the measurement of length of the boundary of any closed figure is known as perimeter. If you go and directly tell them perimeter, they will not understand. So very clearly, in short, if you want to tell them measurement of the boundary of any closed figure, this will also become big
Okay.
for the children of 5th class. It's better to take them outside in the garden, take a big long rope, they sit in the circle, and then we draw a circle there and measure it.
Okay.
They will understand better. Oh, this is known as a perimeter of a circle. Or if we make them sit in the square, this is known as the perimeter of a square or a perimeter of rectangle. That will be the better way when you come to the primary 1 to 5 or 1 to 6 like that. So in this case, even the child who is not able to understand directly by showing on the board or by showing the picture also will understand, because they are going outside, sitting. There will be some kind of enthusiasm in the children that what we are going to do. And that enthusiasm which has been there for the child to know this will make the child remember, oh, for this we did this.
Yes.
We went into the garden, we sat like that. So all these things will make the child understand and make them remember certain things.
Recall
The
the
area,
concept.
again, a very difficult. Yeah. So what I feel is that even if we are not teaching the problems properly, but the way properly means later on, the first concept should be dealt in such an depth, so that even when you wake up the child in the night and wake him up and tell, they must immediately say that, oh, perimeter is measurement of length of a closed figure. So that should be the way.
Because many of them
So
will be
here we,
directly written, they'll be writing on the board, they'll be by hearting the formulas. Because how far is it good to by heart the formula? Because
yeah,
maths is completely full of formulas. Because children will be weird or like, oh, I have to remember these many of
yeah.
formulas.
Basically,
Hmm. So is there
So,
any
ma'am,
best way or shortest way to remember? Is it mandatory that we have to by heart all the formulas, or do we have any methodologies or something like that?
no, ma'am. What I feel is that here, when you teach itself, now,
Okay.
for example, rectangle, you will say, whenever I have been observed this, area means they will get confused. Area 2 into L plus B, and perimeter L into B. So basically, they don't know what is area, what is perimeter. They bluntly by heart. And there only the confusion starts. And it is not the mistake of the child. Here, when we are explaining on the board itself, we must draw the figure, draw two lengths, draw two breadths, and when you are saying that perimeter is a measurement of lengths of sides of the closed figure, there you will clearly write there. For example, if you name that figure A, B, C, D, you name it A, B, B, C, C, D, G, A, and what the small length mention them that rectangle will have two lengths and two breadths. That is why it is become 2 into L plus B. You are taking 2 common. So this has to be explained in detail with number of ways, so that the child will not get confused. There are number of ways to explain this. When you are explaining the formula, don't simply write the formula. Do the total explanation of that, and if it is possible now, because we are using laptops and also so many things we are able to use. So nowadays, even the international schools, they are using Byju's or some other ways of expressing the basic concept topics. So there we can very clearly show them. And nowadays, even if we are not there, we are having so many videos. Nowadays, if you go to Google also, we can get a very clear idea about what exactly is a perimeter. And so even teachers can take the help of on-screen teaching, and they can teach it very clearly, the basic concepts. So that this was using this. Now, suppose I don't want to use this, ask them to make a rectangle by their own, each and every one. This is the best way, ma'am. That is, ask them to make a rectangle by their own. Ask them, this is a drawing class, and show them the longer part is length and the shorter path is breadth. So when they mark two breadths and two lengths, and you add all the sides for the perimeter, it is very clear to the child that you are using two lengths and two breadths.
Okay. So this should be the strategy of teaching actually.
Yeah. So depending upon the class.
And one more thing, like when you are teaching the class, we don't see all the students maybe concentrating on the class. So I think the discipline also plays a major role along with the academics. So what would be a role of a teacher, and how can a teacher handle the students? Because when the class is quiet and attentive only, we can all the children can understand the concept of what is the thing. So how can a teacher handle the situation? Even if one student is disturbed, everybody will be disturbed, obviously. So how a teacher can handle?
I agree with you. This, I totally agree with you. You are having different sort of children coming from different backgrounds. Yes. So you need to be ready with your plans, A, B, and C. You need to be very much ready. Now, suppose if you feel that the 50% of the class is very alert and active and having more knowledge about it, prepare more of the worksheets of that kind. And always your 45 minutes class should not be of 45 minutes teaching. It should be hardly 25 minutes of teaching only.
Okay.
Within that 25 minutes, you need to explain the concept, and we must give minimum 1 or 2 questions after explaining 1 or 2 questions, so that you are having full time to go and observe each and every child in the class, whether they have written everything properly or not, and how much they are understanding it from the board, how much they are able to apply in the class without seeing the board. That I do. I will do only 25 minutes of teaching. After teaching the class, after explaining, I will give 2 questions, so that I will see whether how far the subject or the topic taught is observed by the child.
Okay.
That you will come to know very easily, because very fast they will copy from the board. The next thing is
Yes.
next two sums on the board, and then if you are ready with the next worksheet, there won't be any chance for the child to talk. Immediately after giving two sums, keep your worksheet ready, pass on to them. As soon as you finish these two sums, continue with the next worksheet. So we teachers
Okay.
have to be ready with all these things,
Yeah. Okay.
so that what will happen, the good children, those who really have the ability, will see, oh my god, two sums are over, again teacher is ready with the next topic. Now I don't have the chance to disturb the person who is beside.
Yes. Hmm.
So already they work, because the moment is there, again teacher will say, but what are you doing? So okay, come on,
So,
do the worksheet which is there on the
we have
table.
to, yeah, we have to keep them
Yeah,
engaged all the time with something or the
yeah,
other
we
work.
have to be ready with the plans. We have to be ready
Okay.
with the plans. And this I have learned, especially when it comes to my Sherwood Public School and my GPS school, where we have to be very alert with the children, because we are playing the role of such an person in the class, where the innocent children are uh, really blossoming. That is the time of blossom. You can't disturb the process of blossoming at the time. So no disturbance. The disturbance is not created by children. Disturbance is created only by teacher, because if they are not up to date with their class,
Okay. The action
what they
should
are
be
going to
taken from the
face.
teacher. Right? It is
Yeah,
yeah.
teacher has to take care. There is no choice otherwise. Okay, see, I am not saying that children won't do. They are children, they have to do, because they are children.
Yes. Hmm.
And as an elders, we have to take care, because we are grown up to such an extent, knowing that, oh, these all things are there already.
Hmm.
So considering all these things only, we have to keep your lesson plan, your daily plan ready with the next class, with the kind of class you are going, the kind of the level of the child you are facing. Everything you have to keep ready, because 1 week, 10 days or 15 days time is sufficient for a teacher to understand the level of the class. And as per the level of the class, we prepare our lesson plans, so that the child will learn effectively, holistically, wherein you will use all the different kinds of, I know in maths it becomes very difficult to use all the things at a time, but depending upon the topic, if you use all the techniques, and especially use the 8 intelligence, where the child can by the lesson plans by which you can bring out the what you can say, the ability and the capacities of child out, so that they will flourish and develop and prosper in such a way, so that you will feel proud one day, oh, that was my hard work which is seen now.
So the teaching methodologies which you have told us right now were like they're really quite awesome and explorable as well, because many teachers, like many of the teachers, are looking forward for such suggestions and strategies as well, because every teacher has a different kind of handling the students, right? So
Yes, ma'am.
definitely, maybe all the things may not work out, but the things when we take suggestions from, or when we hear some suggestions, maybe we can implement that one, that may work out, because today's
Yeah,
session
ma'am.
which you have told us today, it will definitely help many of the teachers, because they can handle it with even the thing is like we have to handle the children with very care. At the same time, we have to make them deliver our knowledge so that they will be good at their academics as well. So I think today's
And the
strategies, yeah, which you have
most
told will help.
important thing, Sindhuja madam, here is, we have to make the child think.
Okay. Hmm.
The
Of course.
moment you enter the class, you need to ask the child certain question in the class, wherein they must feel that, okay, daily my teacher is teaching and giving me something extra,
Hmm.
and so they should be ready to uh, take that. Oh, today what teacher is going to ask me? My god, what question she is going to ask?
They should be
And I
curious
have to
of getting the
search.
question. Yeah.
I have to search for it. So that thinking ability we have to develop. Your teaching should be
Hmm.
child centered, and especially child centered and critical thinking. Nowadays, that is, this matters a lot, critical thinking we must introduce in our teaching. Every topic there should be some thing which the child should feel, oh, this we have not learnt before. I would have learnt it before. I would have learnt more better than what I have done before. So that should happen. So that's why I told you, as soon as I started talking to you, that the teacher should be a learner uh, and a student. Then only we will get, because we have to everything, every point of view from the child's view.
Yes,
So if
yes.
we are not thinking from that view, we cannot make our lesson plans effectively. And apart from that, we also should feel, okay, I have done justice today. After my lesson is over, after the class is over, I must feel happy, and I must also see the faces happy. They must
Yes.
accept us as a teacher, whichever subject it is, and they must ask us next day, teacher, what you are going to teach tomorrow.
Hmm.
So they need to be so enthusiastic towards the subject. So I can say that all the teachers can do this, and I think so I am the least person in that. I have seen so many teachers working beyond their capacities. And uh, what I can say that there are so many teachers who are examples for me. Now whatever I am today, I have seen them working so hard beyond their time limits, everything. They work so much only for the sake of children. So I just request all the teachers, whosoever are watching me, uh, I am not the person who is very much evolved. Rather, I will take from you all. I don't know how far I can reach to how many people, but I will say only one thing. The teacher has a very big responsibility, because your each word, your each act will be followed by the student. So
Students.
whatever they are becoming tomorrow is based on your talk and your subject, what you are teaching. So you see that each and every day which you are teaching should be a day when you feel that you, yes, God, thank you so much that you have given me this ability to teach my children.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sindhuji.
Thank you, ma'am. Actually, we are very happy to have you here as well, delivering your knowledge to many of the people. So definitely your ideas and methodologies would help many people who are looking for this. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Happy connecting with you from Teach Connect. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.